Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. One oversight that I made when designing this was making a good way to run in the north-south direction. That's going to be kind of a pain. Doesn't warrant a redesign yet, but well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. In between episodes, someone had mentioned that this station, the pumps were all off, and they were 100% right. I based this station off of this station where the pumps are right, and so I'm hoping that should work out a little bit better. I also set a big auto deconstruct order for this facility down here. They loaded it down in here into this build train. We still don't have automated refineries or rocket silos, so I wanted to recycle that stuff, and plus just clear out the area to get more solar because we're going to need it. I turned on all the reactors down here just as a nice little power cushion that we would have. And I would think we were almost ready to go and turn this on, but someone had mentioned with the extra resources that we're bringing in, with just a small little expansion and expanding this out by just a column, we could probably pull 220 out of it rather easily. And I know we spent a lot of time designing this, and boy, this series has kind of lagged on or lulled on there for quite a while. But I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. So let's go ahead. We'll roll the intro, and we will get to redesigning this just a little bit. I'm totally kidding. We're going to turn it on. All right, let's get these trains moving. Iron train, you're gone. Copper train, you're gone. Stone train. Oh, coal train. Your color didn't move. Coal train. Water train. And oil train. And those will go get our resources populated so we can go get our feeder trains supplied. Let's see, this station needs to be turned into unload mode because we have everything built. And let's see, let's just throw those as stack inserters. And that should unload this station. I think there's going to be an issue. Let's just grab these bots. I want them. I think we need a separate station for bots because once we're done building, I don't want to deliver bots to this, and I think we're going to need quite a few bots here. Let's go ahead and prime the system. We have 42 logistic bots in here, which is let's see, that should bring us up to 50, 100, 200, 300, 350, 700, and 700. That's going to be 1,000. Let's start off with an even 1,000, and we'll see how that goes. I do want to visit these guys here real quick and just see how this is faring along. Looks like we're having some RoboPort issues, which is not unexpected. Now, are they RoboPort issues or are they robot issues? Probably a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B there. Let's throw... Let's bring that up to 600. I kind of want to slowly increment these robots up because I don't want to have like 7,000 robots down here if we only need 6,000. I'd rather solve as much of the problem with things like charging and than anything else. All right, but how are these trains looking? Are we up? Are we good? You're full. Okay, let's go ahead and turn these on. Bring in the iron. Bring in the copper. Coal and stone. And did we get oil and water up here? We did. Yeah, we're probably going to have to end up with a lot more RoboPorts down here. Slow incremental revisions, though, is what I'm wanting to go with here. Oh, and you know what I want to do as well while I'm thinking about it? Let's turn off science here. How do we want to do this? Let's turn it off at the manufacturing level. So that, take you off, take you out, rocket control units, and we'll probably find other ways to recycle these, I'm sure. But for now, yeah, I want to drain all this science out, so whenever we're checking our numbers, that one down there is not conflicting with anything. Yeah, now there's a big backup here, but I think the backup, most of them are not active right now, so the backup is them getting into the roboports, not necessarily charging. You got 300 down here. Let's bump that up to 400. Let's bump that up to 500. And maybe throw another roboport here and there. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more robots down here. But let's come back over here to the factory proper and see what's going on over here, and just make sure that this is even doing anything at all. All right, copper's coppering. We do have things all over the place. What does the robot situation look like? You could probably use some charging here. Are we out of roboports? It appears so. Let's see. Let's bring this one up and throw another one there. A little bit of a backup there. Nothing really going on there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bump that up to 1,500. I expect that at least at the beginning, there's going to be a big giant demand on robots, and but eventually it'll level out. That level out point is what I'm interested in discovering. Well, let's run it a little bit for this, and we'll see what's going on here. As far as sciences are concerned, we have everything but yellow and white being produced. And now we enter the tuning phase. Let's see, what are you waiting on? You're waiting on blue chips. What are you waiting on? You're waiting on engines. All right, engines are just up here. Let's take a look at them first. And you are blocked. Why are you blocked? You are not getting steel and gears. Because I have this requester chest blocked off for reasons that are unlikely to become clear. Yeah, probably a lot of little problems like that we're going to run into. I imagine. Now, gears. We saw gears. Okay, you're just not getting enough stuff. That is probably a robot problem. It may work itself out, though. Blue circuits. Are having problems with red circuits. Let's see, that is not needed. Sulfuric acid looks pretty good. All right. Well, I'm not going to fix anything there yet. I am, however, going to watch our copper wire be made. Oh, yeah. Fully beaconed copper wire setup is a thing to watch, as well as green circuit makers, which are currently short on iron. Let's see. We saw an iron deficiency somewhere else. Let's just check these guys out. Boy, it's really hard to see a mouse cursor in all these robots. You are... Let's go to one that's, like, really far away from the train. All right, you guys seem to be keeping up okay, so that suggests it may be we need more robots. Do I even have any more robots? We could throw 100 more in there, just to help with that a little bit. All right, and boy, I'm sorry, the bitrate's probably going to be terrible here. That was showing up red, but it doesn't matter since that was backed up anyway. So actually, let's switch that back to a regular inserter. All right. We're moving here. Just basically walking around looking for red dots. Oh, you are a... We had that set as stack inserter. What's going on with you? Here's a stack inserter going in. We do not have this chest limited. We don't need that many electric furnaces, so that shouldn't be too bad. Whoa, railroad tracks go fast, too. Not making military science because of grenades. What's going on with grenades? Looks like you could probably use one of those. Military science is one of those that I build it just to be complete, but a lot of the things we're going to be researching do not require it, so eventually it's going to completely back up. So... I was going to say a problem with gears, but this thing is like completely backed up, so that's not going to be a thing. Purple science, I saw a red dot. You just need probably ridiculous amounts of rail, and we are currently feeding you with fast inserters, so let's just take that out. Red dot here. You probably need... Oh! Another not limited chest. Boy, we probably don't need nearly that much. Let's knock that down to like 1,500. One, two, three, four, five. Copper guys, how you doing? Looking all right. Let's come down here and check out the rocket since we're here and see how it is faring. Up to 91%. Let's auto launch with cargo. Do we have a satellite? We do. And rocket control units look like they're blinking red a bit. They are down significantly. And it's really hard to say if that's a problem. This whole factory is going to be bottlenecked by something. It could be rocket control units. It could be totally expected that we have a backup. Or it could be that it literally is a backup. What are you missing? You were missing something. You were red. You were red. You're still red. You are missing speed modules. Ah, is that our first rocket? What are we at right now? We're at 134. That was launched from the old base. So anything above 134 is going to be the rockets that we've launched from our facility here. We were going to look at speed modules and see if they're faring okay. That one looks fine. Those look fine. You are red because you are backed up. You guys are red also because backed up. Gears still having a little bit of a problem there. You do have plenty of input, though. Oh, you're backed up. Okay, good. A little bit of a blink there on the copper wire coming into this guy, but that is somewhat expected, I believe. Which is why we made the extra machine. You're completely backed up. All right, just scanning around for red lights now. We have it on the sulfur machine, or the sulfuric acid machine, but that one is backed up. Accumulators. Batteries. Let's take a look at the battery situation. Looks fine to me. How many? It's just 1 and 1. All right, so the fast should be enough. It could be one of those things. Accumulators we only need for the satellite, so I would kind of expect those to lag behind. They don't need to be producing full. We just need basically 100 of those every... it's 100 of those every rocket launch, I believe. Yeah, and we've got a satellite backed up and ready to go, so it's producing fine. Let's take a look at our input trains here. You're backed up. You're backed up, surprisingly. As are you. And, I mean, these trains are designed for more than one module. We've got... we're fine here. We don't have any supply problems. Yeah, and I'd mentioned earlier about the trains just kind of waiting around. This is what I see with bot-based stuff very often, is that you get one car here that's full while everything else is drained out, which causes this to just sit and wait. At least people are pulling from this. So, yeah, he'll hang out there for a while. This train's hanging out. This train's hanging out. And is our iron train up here hanging out? No, it's actually going to go get some more stuff. But it'll be back up here hanging out as well. Yeah, and as you can see with this copper train, all of these are empty except for these last two guys right here. Do we have robot ports in our inventory? Yeah, I guess we didn't whenever we set that up. Yeah, I mean, these guys have copper in their inventory, so that does suggest a charging thing. But, I mean, they're doing fine. How much iron do we have, or how much copper do we have, like, over here? 260. I mean, they're filling up. It's one of those things we'll probably have to worry about once we up the throughput and get more of these modules going. Power, I didn't check power. 2.2 gigawatts. Do not remember what it was at before. But I think this fully running was supposed to run at 1.2 or something like that, according to the calculator. That is speed modules still, huh? I don't think I had those moduled or anything. Can't find my mouse cursor. There it is. I believe we have 3. Boy, I hope it wasn't. I hope I didn't leave one out. That would stink. I'll have to double check that. But looking over here at the science, I mean, they're all running. So maybe, oh boy, they're all out. Well, you guys are complaining about blue circuits. Maybe it's a robot thing? Let's just take a look at blue circuits here. They are all red. Why are you all red? Green circuits. Because of iron, and that suggests a robot shortage. I'll buy that. I will definitely buy that. Either that or we're not getting enough iron in here. We have backed up iron machines. Yeah, so I want to go with robots. And that looked like a deficiency of yellow science. I think I caught that. Yes. Let's just check that real quick. Blue circuits, same as that. Which we trace back to an iron deficiency, which I'm guessing may be robots. So it may be that we have to run this at close to 2K robots. Which is a lot more than I would like to, unless... Let's just go around and check the charging situation here. We do have a little bit of a line here. Nobody's waiting here. A little bit of waiting right there, but there's not much we can do about that. Not a lot of waiting there. You guys up here look fine. Oh, that was scary. Not seeing huge backups of waiting robots on the middle areas there. All right. I think the answer's going to be more robots. At least we can try it, because, yeah, no, it's pegged at 0. But, is that a rocket launch sound I hear? It is? And we still have science in there, but of course we're not producing full science. Can we get a look, maybe, at what we are producing? 184... 140. Have we stopped making science here? We've stopped processing science there. All right, well, I'm going to run back to base and grab some more robots. I think that's going to be... I think that's going to be where we're going to go. You guys aren't having any problems. I mean, we probably need more robots here as well, but I think it's ample for what we're doing right now. Let's see. You guys are backed up. You are not backed up, but most of these chests are full. You're backed up. Let's see, stash of robots right here. And I should have a train over here that does robots. Which also does modules, which is probably where it's hanging out right now. Let's see, I want the inside line of that stacker for safety reasons. Train's running on nuclear fuel, and... I don't have a good history of those. I don't have a good history on trains running on coal, but nuclear fuel, it seems like they're out to get me. Let's see. Let's try to higgle it. Some of these. Boy, I wish that screen would be different. All right, 127. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's bump it up to an even 2K and see how that works. All right, we're starting to get a reserve at 2K. So it looks like maybe 1,700 was our magic number. Let's see, we trace that back to an iron thing. Are you looking better on your iron now? No. Yes-ish. Green circuits are now humming. Except for you. We have an excess of 600 robots now. All right, so it may have just been like a little initial push that we needed. Scanning around for any red dots. Not seeing any. Yellow science. Everything else is running, though. Yellow science is producing stably. Attacked on that corner. We're always attacked on that corner. Rocket control units, are you running now? Yeah, it's just none of these are running because of yellow science. Well, it may not be an issue. We may just have to wait it out, and it will work itself out over time. I'm hoping that's the case. I mean, we're making yellow science full-time. We do need 2 machines making it. I think it's actually... I think, if I'm not mistaken, yellow science was the one that was, like, right on 2 machines. I'll have to go look that up. So this one should be producing at the rate that we need. If we bump that out to 1 minute... I can't hit it. There we go. I mean, it's bumping up and down, but... All right, yeah, you can see on the graph where it's gone down, but now it's kind of stabilized at 190. All right, so I think we're actually in pretty good shape. We're just bound probably by space science right now. All right, so I think it should work itself out. I think we're in pretty good shape. This is looking very, very good. The problem with the builds like this is could be like one inserter that should be a fast insert, or should be a stack inserter that's a fast inserter right now, and it could throw the whole build off, and it's really hard to detect those. We have not looked at refining. Let's just take a look down here at this. This is all looking fine. That does not need to be there. Guys are producing the rocket fuel. Okay, do we have any backups? Light oil's backed up. Petroleum's backed up. Heavy oil's backed up. It's all backed up. Lubricant's backed up as was expected. All right, well, I'm going to let this run for a little while. We're running a little bit of an excess of logistic bots, about 600. I'm going to let this run for a while and see if it works itself out. And also being careful to watch the input coming in to make sure that all of that is looking okay. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where, if we could wrap this up, there's a couple of little tweaks that I want to make, especially in the main base area for expansion. We can get to that while we're producing science. All of this science stuff is now no longer needed. Even if our science facility isn't working at full capacity, it's not needed. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.